Excellent. So, Monica, so we're back again. So this part, which I absolutely love the most, is you beginning to share your journey. Sharing your journey with Partner with Me as your coach, your career success strategist, number one, and then involving the Promote Yourself team to support you throughout this process. But there was a beginning, or before the beginning, where you had to kind of decipher as to what would be the better route for you to getting the support and help that you needed. So before you even thought of me, what was your struggle in the beginning that allowed you to say, I need to go ahead and reach out for some help?
So I think it began being that I was changing careers. Well, not careers, but I guess roles in the career. So going from one level of the career to a higher level in the career. So I felt I needed to level up. So I needed some help with that. So learning more about LinkedIn. I just
But before you even knew all that, when you started looking for opportunities, because you went from, I believe, registered nurse to a licensed practitioner nurse.
Yes.
And you just recently got your certification sometimes last year, right?
This year.
And you begin on your own. How was that experience first when you were making the attempts to land that next opportunity by yourself?
Well, going through school was the main thing. So once I got certified early this year, the next steps were basically how was I going to put myself out there?
Yeah.
So, I mean, from understanding how, you know, everything is done through social media now, basically. The employer.
So once you started applying, what was the feedback you were getting?
I honestly didn't even start applying yet. I wanted to revamp my resume. I wanted to revamp myself.
Yep.
Because I needed to go from one level to the next. And I felt I needed to do a little bit more research, and I needed a little bit more help with that as far as being coached on it. So I didn't do anything until, I still needed to do certifications, and I still needed to do different things as far as a nurse practitioner certification goes. So I couldn't apply per se yet until those.
So when did you start applying?
I applied after the resume was completed, actually. So once I got the certifications underway, I got my license done, and I got my resume completed. Then I started to apply.
So you recall, I remember in my notes where you had conversations with other service providers and then conducted an interview, and then the interview was looking for someone with more experience or something like that.
Yes. So of course, any service provider or any doctor office, they want the providers that are able to hit the ground running, because of course it's healthcare. And in the climate that we're in, they need people to pick up and run, as we would say.
So as you were doing that interview process, then what did you think you were missing that you could have helped close that deal at that time before getting our services?
I didn't do any interviews prior to the services. Okay. So if any conversations I had with anyone, it was probably with nurse practitioners just feeling out the job circuit and what employers were looking for.
So you basically made a decision, like, before I go plugging and playing, not embarrassing myself, but not fully confident that I'm going to land an interview or perhaps even be recognized to where they're looking after my profile and reaching out to me. I want to be able to get some support and resources, making sure that I'm structured and positioning my background in a way that I am able to attract and also be proactive and having that clarity and confidence to go ahead and apply and see the results come that way. So I applaud you on that. So you took it, you made an executive decision for yourself that I'm going to look for help and support versus me just taking it upon myself, which I believe you can do it on your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was just making more at ease and more quicker to accelerating the process by connecting with someone or a company who has the leverage of the systems and tools to getting the needle moving more quicker. Because you and I know money loves speed, and you want to be sure that you're staying in that same train, and that same train ride, and not miss your stop. Because definitely, so excited to hear that. So now that what made you even decide to join Myself and Promote Yourself team? There's a plethora of other career, professional development companies, but what made us different? What made you decide to go with us?
Well, for one, I promote small Black women for anything, businesses in general. So being that you are a Black woman doing your thing, I mean, there was other companies doing their thing. I always promote Black business, Black women in getting their selves out there and doing things positively and appropriately for us. So that was most definitely a plus for me. And plus reading your recommendations from other people made it a plus for me. So it was a done deal.
Excellent. So now that when you were on the discovery call, what was your experience in making that decision and you gave yourself permission and just took action? What were your thoughts on the outcome, your experience on the call, the discovery call, before deciding that you wanted to go ahead and move forward?
I liked your energy. I liked that you believed in me before I believed in me. And I believed that together this could be done. So I believe that the fact that you were hyped enough for me to say that we were going to get this done, it was going to be a positive, awesome journey. We were going to get to the end successfully. I was completely sold.
I love it. And from there on out, what was your journey and your experience during that process?
It was well structured for one. I like the fact that it was not something where it was done for me. It was something that I was structured to do for myself.
Yes.
Even though, there was, introduction into different things, I was able to be introduced to the different things that were a part
like
of it.
the smart learning how about the putting your resume together. I'm with you, and how to really form your background in the job search strategy, your cover letters, how to really articulate your background, because your niche is very unique. It's a specialty in your license as a practitioner nurse.
So my specific research and background that I needed to research is only something specific to something that I had to be versed in. So I had to be specific on knowing what I needed to look for specifically for my background. So it was good for that.
And then when you were able to see your resume and how it's professionally written, what was your first impression after collaborating with myself and the team, and then getting the actual final result of your smart resume?
I was impressed about how we were able to condense everything, but still have everything there. The pertinent information was still there, but it wasn't lengthy enough to me to hand it to an employer and they're like, oh, this is a lot of information. Everything was condensed to the point where they were like, okay, this, perfect.
Yeah, I love it. And now, from the time that we actually handed over, because you started with us in the first, February, in the beginning of February, somewhere around there, and you were part of the crew, you enrolled in the Career Elevator online signature program, and which is a 90-day program. And you were, tell me, when did you start getting calls and offers, or just opportunities to even get on an interview? Like, how long did it take once you started?
Like, as I put the resumes out there, automatically, it was like literally, I put out the resume 2 days later, right away.
And what happened? I remember you said someone just called you out the blue.
Yeah.
And how did that come? Because you wasn't anticipating someone like, wait a minute, was it a CEO or senior manager or director?
Yeah, it was actually one of the managers of the company. And I think the initial conversation was over the phone. I spoke to him over the phone and I did not follow up with that conversation because I did explain to him the job was going to be 100% driving, and it's something that he needed someone to be like, there was no training, being that like I said, most of the jobs require nurses to hit the ground running, which was for me kind of unsteady. And I take my job very seriously and I don't want to harm anyone, so I kind of told him I would pass. So I kind of let that one go. But the second one kind of helped me to network a little bit. So that one went well. And the second and third were the ones where I ended up having offers.
Wait a minute, you're counting like second and third, so they were just coming in.
They were.
You're saying it's so modest and so cool and collective. I love it. The fact that you were just able to get that and making a decision. You get to decide as to who I'm going to be able to commit to as my next career opportunity, as my next business relationship. Yes.
Yes.
And so so now that you have multiple offers that were coming in, wow, how did that make you feel?
It made me feel good. Because healthcare is one of those that, it can be touch and go.
Yeah.
But once an employer wants you, it's kind of a rush, So it gives you the opportunity to be like, so let's see what I can get out of it, but in a good way, what the company offers. So right now I'm in the middle of that at this moment with 2 companies.
I love it. So what did you decide with your family? What decision did you end up going with? Did you end up selecting an offer, or you're still making a decision?
I am waiting for a final offer from a primary care here in New Smyrna. They're both 2 offices in New Smyrna, but
how far is it from your home?
It's like 12 minutes. It's not far at all. So
and before you were telling me like 50 miles, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And here you getting an opportunity that's only less than 12, 15 minutes. That's a no-brainer, especially with gas going up, right?
Oh, yes.
So that's exciting. So you're now at the final where you're getting an offer, making a decision. Now, how did it go when it came to negotiating your salary?
It didn't go bad. They're a primary care that are starting up an urgent care within a month. So
nice.
They were, well, I guess initially they wanted to do the hit the ground running situation as well. But
of course.
I managed to sit down with them about my concerns about a few things.
Okay.
We ended up having a lunch after
nice.
After the initial interview to discuss
benefits. Isn't that amazing? It makes you feel that you're recognized, your self-value, your worth, your background, where they now invite you to do a lunch and learn about you, your career, and also vice versa. You get to learn about them, ask them questions and seeing how this can definitely be a match. Yes.
Yeah.
So what would you share with anyone who are deciding to promote yourself in any of their programs, but they're just on the fence because they're kind of nervous or they're just not sure if it will really work? What would you do to kind of help them reassure that they're definitely going to, they're in the right path? What would you recommend to them? What would you share?
Trust the process. Everything takes time. Yeah. You just have to believe in yourself, believe that, at the end of it, it will be a positive outcome. Mm-hmm. Everything must take time. You must
Yes.
work on yourself. You must think positively. So in order to get it done, you have to do the work.
Have to do the work. And the work, it's so much fun and more easier when you have a support system, a support
Definitely,
line. Yes.
definitely.
Where you
Less
can
stressful
just
as well.
I love it. Thank you so much for trusting in us, trusting in me to be part of your journey. It was truly a pleasure working side by side with you, learning what your goals were, where you were, and where you would like to be pointing to. And here you are moving to the path of six figures, if not more. And I'm just elated to be part of that joyride with you, and you trusting and investing in me with a premium program, and then getting your return on your investment is going to be a no-brainer, because you're going to hit the ground running, because you have the appetite and the strive to soar, and just looking forward to continue to want to support you. So I appreciate that. And what final remarks or any questions that you want to have to share with me before we close?
Just have to say thank you, pretty much.
Thank you.
Thank you, because it's been a road, but it's
Yeah.
been a positive one. It's been a successful one, and can't wait to see what the road ahead lies.
Yes, lady. It's going to be definitely some things you may not anticipate happening, but as long as you know that I'm just going to figure it out. If I have to figure it out alone or get in connection with Ruth and her team so we can figure it out together, it would be a pleasure. So in the meantime, definitely keep me posted on how everything goes, even on your day one. What was your experience? How the culture, how everyone basically engaged with you and helping you, because, and then even throughout the process, so after this, within the next 1 or 2 days, you're going to be able to get what we talked about today, and also the ongoing support. And you get to decide which option you want to continue support. Because I would love, like I said, it'll be definitely highly recommended, because again, I look at this as being a long-term relationship, and it's a membership where you basically subscribe to, and you can definitely discontinue at any time, but at least you have support, professional development support, even personal growth. So with the membership, it's not just focused strategically just on your career, but also personal development, any life events where, we're on a process of involving other guests, speakers who are licensed and have, higher, certifications than I do, but they have the experience and knowledge. And I want to collaborate with them so they can help support my community at large, which you are a part of, so that way you can continue to expand and evolve and have the esteem and confidence to remove any mindset blockage, money mindset, so you can love and enjoy your life in a blissful way, and at the same time continue to strive and getting to promote yourself. So thank you again, and look forward to hearing back from me, and I look forward to hearing back from you. Like I said, you're still with us. The support, definitely take advantage of that. If there's any fork on the road, don't hesitate to message us on Slack or send us an email, so that we can get on a call or start sharing some feedback on what you need to do next. Okay. So, but I'm anticipating that all is well. Everything's going to work out, and it's always good to just stay ahead of the storm and just be better safe than sorry.
All right.
Sounds good. All right. Well, you enjoy the rest of your night, and talk to you soon. Take care.
You too.
Bye for now.
Bye.